Hi, I'm Paul Seal from codeshare.co.uk. Welcome to the 14th episode of this series where I show you how to build a website with Umbraco V8. In the last episode, I showed you how we could connect it with Slack to do some error logging and things like that. In this episode, what I want to do is just show you a couple of cool things, really, and just get back into the swing of things of doing the video every week, if I can do it. So I just wanted to show you a couple of cool things that was one I started before the new year, and the other one I just did yesterday. I thought you might like, and then also show you what will be coming up in future episodes. So first things first, then, when we're looking at the document types, if we go into the back office here, let's just copy this and do it as a new tab, and then because I don't want to have to lose that on the front page anyway. If we go into the back office and I sign into here, so do admin admin.com 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, and then we go to settings and we look at document types, and we want to know what icons we've picked, or we want to quickly go to the ones that we've created. I don't find it quite that easy just having these icons here. I would like it if they were the icons that we use. So if you go into it, what I mean by this is I created this icon and I created this icon. It'd be good to see at this level what those icons are. So I've created a pull request for Umbraco, and that's going to go in, but that's okay. That's all right in future versions of Umbraco, but what about the current versions and the previous versions? So I wrote some code so that we can do that. So what we'll find is it will look more like this. So in Umbraco V8, we want to add a component and a composer. So we can just literally just copy this. So this is on my blog post. So if you go to codeshare.co.uk and go to how to render the actual document type icons, you can get it here. And we've got an example in V8 and in V7. So we've copied that code and we can go back to our project. And if we want to go into the composing folder in the core project, we do add class. And what did I call the class? I called it tree node rendering composer. So tree node rendering composer. And then I'm just going to paste this. Oh, wrong one. Don't know why that's there. Try this. Playing up a bit here. Right, so copy, paste. And then we just change the namespace. So this is cleanblog.core.composing. And let me just explain what this code is doing then. So it's doing the shortcut to render the component, which is below, to use the component in the composer. So that's this bit here. And then this bit, we've already done a component before, but what it's doing is it's going to use the content type service. So it's going to use dependency injection here to pass that content type service in. And we have a content type service registered as a private variable, a read-only private variable. So when this component is initialized, it will pass in this using a dependency injection, and then we'll set this variable here. Then we can move on, and basically what it's going to say is on the initialize method, it's going to attach the event that we've created down here called tree nodes rendering. And when it attaches the event, it's going to look through and it's going to say, when it is rendering the tree nodes, if the alias of this is the document types one, so if it's that tree, then loop through all of these. It says get all these document types and put them into a dictionary for us, so we can just call them by their ID. Then it wants to loop through the nodes, and if that node is of the type of a document type, then it wants to try and get the ID of it. And if we can get the ID of that document type, it wants to look it up from the dictionary, and then it wants to set the icon to be the one that comes from this document type that we had in the dictionary, and use that icon there. So by doing this, and we just do rebuild solution, by doing this, instead of what we had before when we were looking at this, not that, we were in here, wrong one, let me just get that over here. So instead of seeing it like this, when we refresh this now, we should see all the icons, and I think it's a good addition. Hopefully the pull request will get accepted. They've asked me to do it not just for the document types, but also media types as well, and things like that. Yeah, here we go. So I think it's really useful. So now it's not so just all the same and you have to go by what the title is. You can visually see which one it is. So if I came in here and I knew I wanted to edit the search document type, I could go straight to it because of the icon. And also it lets you see if you've actually picked the right icons and the right colors. Now, not everyone likes to do all these different colors. It's up to you as the Umbraco developer, or maybe your editors, how they would like it to be for them as well. You've got to bear that in mind. But this is how I like to do it anyway, with the different colors for the different types of things, just so it makes it a bit easier. But again, don't worry about the color. Even if this was just black, it's still helpful to see the icon at this level. So I just thought I'd show you that. So now we've added that in, that's going to be useful. But again, yeah, people did say, can you do it for media types? And I did it in the CodeShare V8. I'm basically working on CodeShare in V8. I've done it on that. I tested it out and it worked. So I've got to update the pull request anyway. So that was it. If you just apply that code from the blog post to your solution, like this, and give it a build, then you'll be able to see these the same as well. So that was the first part of this episode. Then the next part was I put a tweet out yesterday about this bit of JavaScript that I was writing. So it's just a bit of fun really, but you know when you go on a website and you're just about to come out and then all of a sudden there's a pop-up appears, or there's a little message at the top, the title changes. And you think, oh, how have they done that? I just thought to myself, well, how would I do that? So I wrote a bit of JavaScript to do that. And I just thought we could add that to this project. So if we go into scripts and we just do add and a new JavaScript file and just call it please don't go.js. I might release this as a package. I mean, it's only small and you can just edit it yourself. The best way to do it is go to github.com/prjseal/please don't go, and then you can get to the JavaScript file from here, copy that, and then paste it in. So what it is, let me just explain to you what it is. So it's going to hook into the mouse out and the mouse move events, and it's going to check if it needs to update the title or not based on the variable of is it the original title and are you outside the area or not. And there's a default message for leave, but what you can do is you can use it on your page, and we'll do that as well. So with that there, we just need to reference it. So if we go into our web project on the master template, master, and you might not want this on all pages, you might only want it on certain pages, but we're just going to add it to the master, and we're just going to have a bit of fun by putting it in here and then just reference please don't go, and you'll see it in a sec. So now if we go back to our website and wait for it to reload, we should find that as you go up here, it's changing the title. Now it's put a bit of strange characters in there, so what you can do is you can just edit that. I did have it as an emoji, but it converted it. So if I do Windows and dot, I can actually do an emoji, as we've already done in the previous episodes, and I'll do the crying face. So please don't go. Control F5, and then so now we've got a crying emoji. So it looks like you're about to go to a different page, you're coming outside of the website. Whenever the mouse leaves the site, it goes onto there. Please don't go. It's just a bit of fun, really, but it's quite useful. Lee on Twitter, he said, "Oh, maybe you could say you've got 4 items in your basket, just to remind people as they were about to leave that 4 items in your basket." That could pop up there. So let's just have a look at how we might do something like that. So we have this here, please don't go. And what we can do is we can take this bar out so it doesn't initialize. So if we save this and then we refresh the page, now nothing's happening. And it's only going to happen when we actually call it. So let's say we're on a page, maybe the home page. And did we add a script bottom? We could do that if we didn't. Render section. No, we haven't got a script bottom. So we'll do this. So we do at section. Oh no, at render section. So we're going to define a new section here called scripts bottom. So these are the scripts to show at the bottom of the page, and we don't want them to be mandatory. Oh, so we set that to false. So that means that not every template has to have it. And then where we want to use it, so like in the home one, I can do at section, and then it will know which sections there are to use, so script bottom. So now we can just inject a bit of JavaScript here. So script, do type equals JavaScript, like that, and then we'll paste that in there and just delete that from below. So to start with, I've got it like that, so pdg init, and then we'll refresh. So it should be as it was behaving before, and it will actually start to show the message as you try to come out. Yeah, so it's working. But what we could do is we could actually get it pulling from a property. So if we go back into our settings and composition settings, maybe we could just, I don't know, we'll create one. So we'll call this the retention settings. So we want to keep them on the site. So retention controls, and then we'll use the frag icon, pink, because this is a composition, and then we can do site settings maybe, because it's probably only ever going to get put on the home page, so it's probably more global. And then we can say leave message, and we can say enter the message for the browser title when the user is about to leave. And we can do string, text string, and then submit. So we can then add this to our page, to our home page. So again, using the icons, it's nice and clear. And we can use that composition, and we can just put retention controls. Now it's going to put that quite high up because we didn't change the order. So let's just have a look at the order of the other things on here. So maybe it can go lower than footer. So we'll go to retention controls and change the order of the group. We'll give it a 10. So it'll be at the bottom of the page. So when we go onto home and we go down to the bottom, leave message, come back, we love you, something like that. Maybe put the heart. So I'd do another emoji. I like my emojis, don't I? We could do a heart that just, a broken heart. Now what we want to do is use that message in our JavaScript. So we're on the home page. So I like to get my variables up here. So var leave message equals model.value. And don't forget, I think we're using, I think we're still using models builder on this project. So actually, what we can do is it should just be a property. So we could, yeah, let's do it again. So var leave message equals model dot leave message. So it's already picked it up. The models builder's already kicked in, it's built it for us, and it's expecting something there. No. So that's our leave message, and then what we want to do is actually here we want to just inject that value in. Now I might need to wrap this in something, but we'll give it a go. And then we'll reload the home page. And so hopefully now when we're about to leave, so home does not contain the definition for leave message. So what did we do wrong? Did I not build that? I don't know. So if we go into settings, I can't remember which setting I've put it on, whether I've put it on the live app data one or not. Is it still building? Type on could not be found. Are you missing a using directive? Let's try again. So it's not happy with this models builder, with this new property that we've added. Error list. I don't see why these are still errors. Let me just close these. I'm hoping it doesn't stay being an error. Because yeah, I think I changed the models builder mode to be live app data, right? Yeah. We'll see. This is another reason why I don't really like models builder. Because if I wasn't using models builder, I could just do model.value and not even have to worry about these sorts of problems. And when using models builder, all you're generally doing is just rendering out a property to a template, which isn't hard, just using the model.value. Well, let's just try the front page again, the home page again, just to see if it's got over its little fit there. It might just be that the DLL hadn't caught up. Right, so the page is built, and yeah, okay, so it's worked in a sense. It says come back, we love you. It didn't like the emoji. I might just remove the emoji out of the content actually, because it's not always, it doesn't always make sense to use the emoji. But come back, we love you. Save and publish. But you see how you can use this JavaScript, but have it customized to your own site. So come back, we love you. So you could have that say anything really, anything that's relevant for you. And also maybe if something happened on the page, you could update it as well. Like if it was a shopping cart, you could, when someone processes an order, if you could detect if there's an order and then run some JavaScript that updates that message to say the amount of items in the basket. So that was the please don't go bit that I wanted to show you. And then the other thing that I wanted to show you is what's coming up in maybe the next episode or the one after. And that is that I've been working on CodeShare for V8. And one of the things that I've done, which I think is relevant to this tutorial, which I think it would be good because a lot of people have asked for this sort of thing, is the search. So on our site, we've got the search example. Oh, by the way, I just want to show you this. It's really weird. So search and then go home, about. Come on, about. Oh, it doesn't work when you have to wait for it. Home, about, sample post. You just keep zooming in because they're all different heights of text. Anyway, I don't know why that's funny, but yeah, so this search example, that's what I was going to show you. So search. The way I've done it here is that you can filter by category, and it's pretty much the same as it is on the CodeShare current live website, but I've built it in a bit of a different way, which makes it a little bit easier to understand this sort of searching. So let's just say they've all got the word how in them. So, and then if we filter it by .NET category, then you've got that there. So yeah, people have asked me, oh, it's all right you having the search, but I want to actually filter by other facets as well. So you can do that. So we can actually search with, I don't know, error and then .NET. And if we went to Umbraco and search, obviously that's got Umbraco ticked as well. Or animate. Yeah, and if we just chose Umbraco, but then we chose .NET, then it doesn't apply. It's not got that category picked for that one. So yeah, just thought I'd show you that. And that's what we're going to do either the next episode or the one after. So that's upcoming. And I just thought I'd give you a sneak preview of what we're going to do. And so you don't just have to have one, you could have multiple other different properties that you might want to filter on as well. So with regards to the new CodeShare site, I've got things like blog, videos. So I've got blog posts, videos, and packages. So on my search, I might want to filter by the type of thing it is. You know, a blog post. That could be a radio button or something like that, and you could pick the types of articles or packages and things that you want to look for. Anyway, so that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got something out of it. A bit more of a fun one, and showing you about the icons as well. Hopefully that was useful to you. If you do like it and you did want to say thanks by buying me a coffee, you can go to codeshare.co.uk/coffee. Thanks to those that have. Latest one was Laurie. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this series, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.